Equity Trust Company is a passive custodian and does not provide tax, legal, or investment advice. Any information communicated by Equity is for educational purposes only and should not be construed as tax, legal, or investment advice. Whenever making an investment decision, please consult with your tax attorney or financial professional. Equity does not endorse any speaker or presenter before you today. The opinions or ideas expressed are not necessarily those of Equity Trust Company, nor do they reflect their views or endorsement. These materials are for informational purposes only. Furthermore, all case studies provided are for educational purposes only. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Because of the technical nature of the material and the fact that the laws and the markets are ever changing, we strongly recommend that you engage the assistance of a competent, qualified professional before implementing any ideas discussed today. Thank you.
Before I give you an update about Equity Trust, is the ability to eliminate taxes from the equation. And that is what Equity Trust can bring to each and every one of you. As Michelle said, we don't offer investments. We're not selling you any investments. That's not the piece that we provide. But the piece that we do provide is a platform where you can make these types of investments and not have to pay tax. Now, how many of you like that? Does that sound good? All right, awesome. So I want to talk to you about a concept called tax-free dollars. And this is something that, again, I'm extremely passionate about, and I believe it's the real fundamental for any successful investor. Now, a tax-free dollar is something that's extremely valuable, it's extremely special, and it is something that each and every one of you should strive to accumulate as many as possible. Now, what makes it special? A tax-free dollar is a dollar that you can invest in nearly any type of investment you want, and any profit that you make from that tax-free dollar creates other tax-free dollars. And that means that that money, as it continues to grow, assuming you're in the right type of account, we'll talk about that in just a minute, you will never pay federal income tax on those dollars. For your lifetime, for your spouse's lifetime, and for your beneficiaries. Could be your child, your grandchild, friends, family. So we're looking at a dollar or a pot of them that will allow us to invest, earn profits, not pay tax, and do it over and over and over again. Does that sound valuable to you? Right? Okay, now, when you're investing or when you're speaking with advisors or the kind of mainstream financial service industry, this is one area I think they completely miss. They miss the value of trying to accumulate as many of these dollars as possible so that you have them to go out and make investments. But when we talk about tax-free dollars, there are a number of different ways for us to accumulate these dollars and or to create them. Now, most of you probably have a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA, and hopefully most of you have the Roth IRA. I've made sure that the Roth is right here in the middle of our little universe here, because the Roth IRA is the most powerful wealth building tool that we have been given as Americans. Again, it is an account where you can put money in after tax, you can invest it, continue to grow it, and once you reach 59 and a half, take the money out completely income tax free. It's amazing. It is the most powerful tool we have. So what we need to do this weekend is to help change your view of these accounts. These accounts aren't here just to have one and to be able to take where a rollover and invest that money. We've got to look at every tool that's available to you to be able to create more tax-free dollars. Because the more of those you have, the more powder you have, the more opportunities you have, or you have access to more opportunities because you have more of these dollars. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, what's great is the government has given us a number of different accounts where we can accumulate these tax-free dollars. Just to give you a high level, we obviously have our traditional and our Roth IRAs. We have a number of small business plans, the SEP IRA, Simple IRA, the Solo 401k. These are all, quote, small business plans that allow you to put a lot more money into these accounts and create more tax-free dollars than just a traditional or a Roth. Now, I know many of you might be thinking, well, I don't have a small business. If you are a real estate investor, you do have a small business. You have a real estate investing business, and you have the ability to create these accounts and put more tax-free dollars in. Now, these to me are a means to an end. They're a way for us to accumulate more tax-free dollars. The more dollars we have, the more opportunity we have. Now, with these accounts, something that you might not know, but hopefully by the end of this weekend you will, that you have the ability to combine these accounts together to go into a single deal. So if you have a Roth or a traditional or a solo 401k, or you have an education account for your children, your grandchildren, all of those accounts can go in together to make a single investment, which is extremely powerful. Why? Because I can help myself, but I also have the ability to help include my spouse in deals, my kids in deals, my grandkids, other business partners or friends, all together into the same transaction. And I'll give you a prime example of where that works out great. We have an account at the bottom here, CESA. It's an education account. You can put $2,000 a year into the account, you can invest it and grow it, and you can take money out to pay for your children's education. Private school, elementary, middle school, high school, college. You can help pay for travel for them back and forth, computers, etc. A lot of flexibility in terms of what you can use it for. But what are you going to do with $2,000 a year? You know, it's like, thanks, Congress. You know what I mean? Like, put $2,000 a year in, and the way college, university costs keep going up and up and up, can't even keep up with the cost increase. But if I can include that $2,000 in a deal that I'm doing every year or every couple of years, if I could wholesale a property with that education account, I don't need more than $500, $1,000, $2,000. Maybe I add that in with my Roth account, my traditional account, maybe my spouse's as well, and I also have my children's account as a slice of that investment that I'm going to go ahead and do. And it could be a couple $100,000 investment, or whatever it is, if I only have $2,000, but I can still invest that amount into that deal. So what it provides you, again, for just a little bit of extra work, up front, by simply understanding the tools that you have, the arrows in your quiver, taking advantage of these accounts, which allow you to put more money in. The more money you have now in those tax-free dollars, I can then deploy them and invest them and continue to grow. And do it without the hindrance of tax. That right there will save you 20, 30, 40. Unfortunately, if we have folks here, who I know we do from California, New York, other states, could be 50% of your earnings every year simply by making the right choices, creating and accumulating these tax-free dollars, and then going and investing them in what you learn, what you're going to be learning today or what you're doing already. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, we also do have, as Michelle said, throughout the weekend, opportunities for you to meet with individuals at Equity Trust to understand what options you have. Okay, so I would highly recommend you take the time and go through and understand that. Because again, at the end of the day, if we're going to accumulate wealth, we've got to be smart about it. You want to reach your financial goals, you've got to be smart about it. You know, it's like going to the gym every day for an hour, and then I go and I grab McDonald's on the way home. And I go, well, why am I not improving? You know what I mean? If you're going to do it, let's use all the tools we have so we can get to our goals. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So tax-free dollars, don't forget them this weekend. And when you're thinking about or learning about different types of deals where you might think, wait a second, I don't have enough in my IRA. Or maybe this is too small. What do I need to do with a couple $1,000s? Keep in mind that there are ways for you to utilize multiple accounts or education accounts, or I didn't even talk about your HSA for health insurance, that you can invest in all of these different types of deals that we're talking about this weekend. Okay? Now, I want to switch gears and spend just a little bit of time talking to you about some of the improvements that we have at Equity Trust and some of the great features that are coming out. Because right now is an incredible time to be an equity trust company client and to be a team member, to tell you the truth. Because I will be honest, for the last number of years, I would say that we have been more internally focused on working on our platforms and working on our processes internally to make a better product. But we really have not put out too much in terms of client-facing products and services and solutions. And that is changing. And that is changing at a rapid pace. We have an incredible group internally. Obviously, it's a company-wide effort, but we have a specific group within the organization that's focused on creating great, intuitive, easy-to-use solutions for each and every one of you. And we're in a very unique world. I mean, you guys all know it. We're a community here. We're a tribe. I mean, we are different than everyone out there, and it's the truth. Each and every one of us, the way we think as investors and what we're doing. And so for us, Equity Trust, and really as a leader in the industry, one of the weaknesses that we have, though, is this is so unique. We can't just go to a software provider and say, okay, we need this, or we want to buy this, and plug it in, and all of a sudden, we're ready to go. Because there just aren't that many companies out there that do what we do. Right? Your local bank, if you want to take a picture of a check and deposit it, that technology's out there. The bank just has to buy it, plug it in, and now they have it. But for us, a lot of the solutions we're creating, we have to do from scratch completely because they just don't exist. So we have been extremely focused on how we can make your lives easier, to make the process much more intuitive, much more easy to follow, and just to make it more simple altogether. So today, I want to share with you just a few of the improvements that we have, but I will tell you that we are rolling out these improvements continuously, and you will see more and more and more come over the next few months and next few quarters as well. Okay, so first off, the foundation of our improvements is our new My Equity portal. How many have used this? Awesome. All right. Well, hopefully it is a huge step forward from where we were. It really is the foundation that allows us to be able to create better solutions and better processes. But with our online management tool, you have the ability to be able to certainly see what you have in your account, what's going on, what cash has come in. But some of the things that we've updated and really made easier, one of the things is communicating with you. Because, when there's an issue, we want to be able to let you know that we do have an issue. We need to get it resolved. It might be information that we need or a document that you need signed, etc. We have a notification section here that really this allows us to be able to get to you as quickly as possible to let you know what we need or what's potentially holding up a transaction. So the notifications is huge. We have certainly e-signature on a majority of our processes as we go forward. So getting rid of the old DOIs, it's a great thing. We're going to be very happy when those are all gone. The ability to upload documents directly on the site so that you're not scanning documents to us or having your title company overnight those to us. Great opportunity as well. So there's a couple of different areas I want to walk through as well. And one of the first ones that we are going to show you is that when I talked about those tax-free dollars and using multiple accounts, now you can, with one single sign-on, access all of your accounts together. So it's very easy to be able to toggle back and forth and to be able to utilize these multiple accounts. Makes it much, much easier than having to log in and go back and forth as before. Obviously, display all of your assets that you have within the account. And again, our clients, we love you. But boy, we love those clients that have 12 tax liens, 4 houses, 3 notes, private equity. So you really have to be able to customize for everybody's situation. In addition to that as well, there's a number of different investment options certainly that you can initiate through the site. This is for us, being able to make it easier for document uploads or e-signature or taking money out. That's kind of a lot of most financial service companies have that. But really where the rubber hits the road for us is when it comes to the investment process and how to make this easier. And we have spent countless hours trust me, on going through our different investment processes and trying to make it as easy and simple as possible for you. So this is just an example of the real estate portal that we have, and as you go through the process, you can see it's very, we try to make it very simple to digest. You have diagrams, information that's there, but most importantly, what we've done as you go through the process is we have essentially eliminated the direction investment as you know it. And we've made it very simple that up front, you provide us some information. And in fact, we have our first version is live today. In the next couple of weeks, September essentially, we're going to be launching kind of the final piece of the real estate process, which will allow you, listen to this, you guys are going to love this. When you want to make a deal or buy a piece of property and you want to put down earnest money or start the process, the only thing that you will have to tell us is about 4 pieces of information. Tell us the property address, tell us the purchase price, tell us the title company or the attorney that you're working for. That's about it. That's it. You do that and say you e-sign it, and that's all you have to do. That goes right to a liaison. That liaison then works directly with the title company and or your attorney, handles the collection of all of the information that you used to have to go on that 5-page DOI and fill it all out, and then it was wrong, and then you were missing something, and then they called you back, and now you just give us this basic bit of information up front. We do all the heavy lifting with your title company and with your attorney. When everything's ready to go, we then send you an email or a notification for you to be able to go to the site. All of your information is there. All of the documents that you need us to sign, everything is all there. You review it, give us the permission to sign it and send the money, and it's done. And we are getting rid of the DOI as a form. So what we make it much easier as well is that when we do ask you, is everything okay? We have what's called a narrative DOI. It's essentially just a paragraph that says, I, Jeff Desich, instruct Equity Trust Company to send $114,000 to ABC Title Company on Tuesday, July 3rd for the purchase of 123 Main Street. Very simple, very intuitive. That's it. We want to make it very easy for you to be able to make investments, give us the information, the basic information, allow us to do the heavy lifting, and certainly at any point in time you want to talk to your liaison, you want to be involved, you can be as involved as you want to. But we know that many of you are extremely busy, and when it comes to investing, the stuff we're talking about is busy work that you don't need to be doing, and you don't need to be wasting your time on. You need to be spending time finding the right deals, negotiating the right deals, and getting them to close, not handling paperwork and not handling the administrative part. So that's something that we're very, very excited about. These processes, all of them, when you want to lend money, invest in private companies, we are revolutionizing all of them and making them as easy and simple as possible. So as we move forward and as you use these processes, we love your feedback, love to hear what you like, what you don't like. And one of the last things that is really great about having everything kind of online is that we can understand everything that you're doing in terms of if there's an area where you get hung up on, you're spending too much time on, you're having questions on, and that allows us to then make a better process and continue to improve. So we are working to make the whole process of having a self-directed IRA much, much easier and differentiating ourselves from others in the industry. Okay, so here I won't bore you guys too much, but again, a list of on the left here with the red circles, the improvements that you will see online and with MyEquity. And again, over the next couple of months and quarters, you will continue to see improvements in terms of how you make these investments and how we make it much, much easier. And again, we love your feedback along the way of what we can do better, but just rest assured that it's coming, it is continuing to, and it will happen faster and faster and faster as we deliver these solutions and just make your lives much, much easier and to get rid of all these phone calls when something's not right and you have to go back and fix something. We don't like it, you don't like it, and we're finally able to really create some amazing solutions. Now, another piece that I want to share with you, I know some of you last night had a chance to hear about this, But again, being an industry leader and having these type of solutions, we have to keep our eyes and our ears open to trends and what's changing in the industry. And certainly one that I'm sure all of you have heard about is our digital asset platform. Now, first off, I just want to say one thing from the stage, as Michelle said as well. By no means am I recommending or supporting or advocating investments in cryptocurrencies and bitcoins, that kind of stuff. That's up to your decisions. But one thing that we heard loud and clear from both our customers and from prospects was we want the ability to buy these in our IRA. And so we went about a process. It took 7 months of really making sure that we could create a very easy, intuitive process that would allow customers to be able to purchase these type of cryptocurrencies inside of their IRA. And we're very proud that we've launched our digital asset platform, and we've seen a tremendous response from our customers. Now, the reason why I share that again today is just another example of hearing what our clients want, being able to react now, and be able to put out great products and great services. So just as an FYI, with the digital asset platform, it's fully integrated. Right now, you can trade or purchase 6 different coins. We provide, through partners, cold storage capabilities so that when you buy your cryptocurrency, that it is stored off of the web and disconnected completely, and trade settlement of T+1, which this is just unheard of in our industry today, and we're very proud to be able to provide a much more robust and complete solution. Sometimes you'll hear people will run out and they'll say, oh yeah, you can do that, and they kind of try to create a kind of like a jerry-rigged solution that kind of works but doesn't. We've stepped back and really tried to create a great online seamless solution, and that's available. Again, not advocating it, just letting you know and giving this as an example of a great solution that we've been able to create, and you're going to continue to see more and more of these as we go forward. So just to recap a bit, this weekend, we're extremely excited to have you here. This is about building wealth. This is about becoming a more intelligent investor. And I ask each and every one of you to open your eyes, open your ears, because you're going to hear a lot of different new ideas. Not everyone is going to be the right one for you, but hopefully you're going to find some great solutions. Remember that when it comes to building wealth, it's not just about making the most profit that you can or finding the best deal. You've got to be able to combine that with the ability to eliminate or at least decrease the amount of taxes that you're paying. And by doing it, you're going to become that much more successful of an investor. Whatever return you're making at 20, 30, 40% helps out a lot, and wealth accumulates very, very fast when you can do that. Don't forget the tax-free dollars, please, throughout this weekend. It's something that I'm very passionate about. My father spoke for decades about, and we certainly believe it within our organization. The accounts that we have, you'll learn about, in my opinion, they're not just accounts, they're a means to an end. They're a way to be able to accumulate more tax-free dollars. And the more you have, more opportunities you have with different deals and different investments that you're learning about this weekend. And then with Equity Trust as well, we be prepared to see great new solutions coming out. We will continue to deliver them. The real estate process is just getting that much easier. Note process, wait until you see notes. Notes is awesome because it's complex. There's a lot of different variables, but boy, it is so much easier to do, and we can't wait to roll that one out as well. And again, any solutions or ideas that we can or that you have, please let us know because we'd love to learn, and that's how we create solutions like this digital asset purchase program. So thank you very much. Appreciate your time. And this weekend, enjoy, learn, grow, and we'd love to hear from you and all the successes that you've had. So thank you very much.